Demand pull inflation is caused by demand-related factors. It can be defined as inflation originating from the demand forces is commonly referred to as demand pull inflation. It occurs when the demand for goods and services exceeds the supply of goods. Excess demand pulls up the price level and results in the emergence of inflation. The factors that create excess demand can be broadly classified into real factors, monetary factors. The components of real factors are increase in consumption expenditure, increase in private government investments, reduction in tax rates, increased foreign demand for domestic goods. The constituents of monetary factors are reduction in the bank rate, reduction in cash reserve ratio, open market buying of bonds and securities. Demand pull inflation can be explained in terms of aggregate demand and aggregate supply curves. In this graph, the general price level is measured along the y-axis and national product is measured along the x-axis. To begin with, the economy is in equilibrium at E1, where the aggregate demand curve AD1 cuts the aggregate supply curve AS. The general price level is P1. The national product is Y1. What all produced are absorbed by the community. Hence, the economy is in equilibrium at E1. Aggregate supply curve slopes upwards up to a point, then it becomes vertical. Like market demand curve, aggregate demand curve also slopes downwards from left to right. Now the factors affecting the demand shifts the AD1 curve upwards. After an increase, the demand curve assumes the position AD2. The community is willing to buy P1H at P1 price. As the resources are fully employed, the existing productive capacity is intensively used and the national output is increased only by Y2. There arises competition among buyers. In order to get larger share of the output, they start offering higher prices. The new equilibrium point is E2. Increased demand is only partially met by increase in output. Hence, the price goes up partially. The new price is P2. This tendency continues till the aggregate demand curve reaches AD3. AD3 cuts aggregate supply curve AS at point E3. At E3, the economy is in equilibrium. The new price is P3, which is higher than P2. The new national product is YF, which is larger than Y2. One unique feature of this point of equilibrium is that the national product cannot be increased more than YF. This is the maximum potential output. That is the reason why AS curve becomes vertical at this point. When the aggregate demand curve moves further up to the right and reaches AD4, the economy is in equilibrium at E4. As the output cannot be increased any further, the price alone increases to P4. Keynes calls this increase from P3 to P4 as pure inflation. Aggregate supply curve remaining constant, the tendency of increasing the price with every shift in the aggregate demand curve upwards is called as demand pull inflation.